Watch this review here with a warning. The following pronunciations you're about to hear may shock and or offend you. But let's begin. Tonight we're going to have a look at the Revoltech Sanada Yukimura from the hit game series Sengoku Basara. I'm not sure if it's a hit game series, but it's had a lot of titles. Originally serialized in the West as Devil Kings, or at least for the first game. I believe it's since then turned back to Sengoku Basara. Not terribly familiar with the series. Supposedly it's a lot like, what was it, Dynasty Warriors or something? Need to look that up. Okay, it might have actually been like Samurai Warriors. Typically not games I really play. I don't think I've really tried them out though, so I don't know if I can 100% say that, but my younger brother was a fan of that stuff. I know that he was into some of those series, but, you know, I never caught on for some reason. Since then, this has also become an anime. I caught an episode of the second series, wasn't terribly impressed. Probably won't watch more, but I suppose if I'd watched from the beginning or whatever, I'd probably be more into it. So yeah, without further fanfare, let's open this up. For those of you not familiar with the Revoltech series, as I believe this will be the first time I've posted a review for one of these figures, it's put out by a Japanese company called Kyoto. It's sort of on the 5-inch scale, which means it doesn't really match with anything except for itself and Figmas, which are put out by Max Factory. The cool thing about these lines are that they have like tons of articulation and lots of swappable parts. Like you'll have alternate faces, alternate hands, and you can actually like detach the different portions of the leg and stuff if you want to swap parts at times. I mean, there's some of them are compatible, some of them aren't. The one thing I kind of don't like about the Revoltech series is the heads have always struck me as looking a little bit smaller, something than the way that the necks go. It looks like they're kind of hunched forward at times. But, you know, just minor gripes. Given that I don't really know anything about this character or about the series he represents, I did pick him up entirely on the character design, which I thought looked awesome, and I saw him in some cool looking poses. I also really liked his weapons, which are, you know, a really cool looking sort of pole arm. I don't know if they're technically a spear, but, you know, it's kind of close to it. The only problem, though, is these are, like, really flimsy. You attach the blade portion here, and it's interchangeable with this longer one here, so you can have a double-sided weapon. But whenever I try to do this for some reason, I feel like it's going to snap, and then the hands are really tight, so when you're trying to fit it in there, again, you're worried about snapping, but, you know, they look really cool. As mentioned, he comes with an alternate set of hands here, closed fists, in addition to an alternate angry face, which I don't feel like popping in there right now. Plus this little stand here for sort of fire effect for a stomp. And I believe this is a ponytail or something. I don't know. Plus this thing which I guess pops in here. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. And while we're still talking about things that come with this figure, we also get this little case here for the smaller accessories. In addition to a stand, which you have to put together, and this little Revoltech 10-point coin, which I have no clue what it does. So yeah, it's a pretty generous helping of goodies there. Now, as mentioned, the figure can get a number of really dynamic poses. You know, pretty cool looking dude. Let me just quickly run through articulation before I forget, because I probably will forget. Now, down here at the ankle, you have a ball joint, which also offers a side pivot, which you know is a really cool feature. You have a kind of double joint here, but it's connected to a ball. I thought it was connected. There it goes. The motion's just a little bit trickier there. mean, it just feels like a flimsier joint, so I worry about it breaking or something. Now, at the upper thigh here, we have a point of rotation. The legs themselves kind of just kick out and not to the side. It's just like a hinge or something. I guess they do go to the side, but it's just really limited motion. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's kind of funky joint. You'll notice that he has like all this armor padding around here. Because of the way it's like set up, it doesn't really impede movement, and it's a softer rubber anyway. The waist can rotate. Also moves forward and back. I mean, it's kind of unlike a ball there, but because of this little band thing, can't see it. You'll notice that he's got this cool coin necklace here. Nice effect. Now he has a separate neck joint from the head, so it can get a good amount forward if you want it to. It's a kind of cool touch, but I just don't like that little gap there. Pretty standard shoulder joint. Kind of a ball and socket here at the elbow. And then the wrist will rotate in addition to going out and back. So yeah, as mentioned, generous range of motion, although at times things do feel a little bit flimsy. All in all, I honestly don't like this figure as much as I thought I would. I saw a lot of really cool promo pics for him, and was really hyped up about it, but, you know, in person, just doesn't look as cool. He does have a great amount of detail. Kind of basic paints. You'll notice that the paint is a little bit off-center on these little flames here. But, you know, it's really cool sculpt, cool amount of detail. I mean, sort of decent paint. I mean, no real complaints there. It's just that, for some reason, he just looks kind of flimsy, and the overall look doesn't appeal to me as much as I thought it would. Still a pretty cool figure, though, and I expect I probably will like him a bit more once I figure out how to, you know, better pose him and get him into a, set or a diorama or whatever. So yeah, I believe I picked him up for, oops, I think I got him for either 1,200 or 1,300 yen on sale from Hobby Link Japan. That works out to be like, I think 15 or 16 bucks. I mean, it's an okay price for this sort of stuff. I do have some other Revoltechs that some of which I picked up at the same time, haven't opened, in addition to some Queen's Blade figures, which honestly were a lot more than this. Which, down the road I probably will review. But yeah, until next time, folks,